November 16th. Dear Mr. Henshaw, Mom found your letter and your list of questions, which I was dumb enough to leave lying around. We had a big argument. She says I have to answer your questions because authors are working people like anyone else, and if you took time to answer my questions, I should answer yours. She says I can't go through life expecting everyone to do everything for me. She used to say the same thing to Dad when he left his socks on the floor. Well, I have to go now. It's bedtime. Maybe I'll get around to answering your 10 questions. Maybe I won't. There isn't any law that says I have to. Maybe I won't even read any more of your books. Disgusted reader, Lee Botts. P.S. If my dad was here, he would tell you to go climb a tree. November 20th. Dear Mr. Henshaw, my mom is nagging me about your dumb old questions. She says if I really want to be an author, I should follow the tips in your letter. I should read, look, listen, think, and write. She says the best way she knows for me to get started is to apply the seat of my pants to a chair and answer your questions and answer them fully. So here goes. 1. Who are you? Like I've been telling you, I'm Lee Botts. Lee Marcus Botts. I don't like Lee for a name because some people don't know how to say it or think it's a girl's name. Mom says with a last name like Botts, I need something fancy, but not too fancy. My dad's name is Bill and my mom's name is Bonnie. She says Bill and Bonnie Botts sounds like something out of a comic strip. I'm just a plain boy. This school doesn't say I'm gifted and talented. I don't like soccer very much the way everybody at this school is supposed to. I'm not stupid either. 2. What do you look like? I already sent you my picture. Maybe you lost it. I'm sort of medium. I don't have red hair or anything like that. I'm not real big like my dad. Mom says I take after her family. Thank goodness. That's the way she always says it. In first and second grades, kids used to call me Lee the Flea, but I've grown. Now when the class lines up according to height, I'm in the middle. I guess you could call me the mediumest boy in the class. This is hard work. To be continued. Maybe. Lee Botts. November 22nd. Dear Mr. Henshaw, I wasn't going to answer any more of your questions, but Mom won't get the TV repaired because she says it was rotting my brain. This is Thanksgiving vacation. I'm so bored I decided to answer a couple of your rotten questions with my rotten brain. Joke. 3. What is your family like? Since Dad and Bandit went away, my family is just Mom and me. We all used to live in a mobile home outside of Bakersfield, which is in California's Great Central Valley. We studied about it in school. When Mom and Dad got divorced, they sold a mobile home, and Dad moved into a trailer. Dad drives a big truck, a cab-over job. That means the cab is over the engine. Some people don't know that. The truck is when my parents got divorced. Dad used to drive for someone else, hauling stuff like cotton, sugar beets, and other produce around Central California and Nevada, but he couldn't get owning his own rig for cross-country hauling out of his head. He worked practically night and day and saved a down payment. Mom said we'd never get out of that mobile home when he had to make such big payments on the rig, and she'd never know where he was when he hauled cross-country. His big rig sure is a beauty, with a bunk in the cab and everything. His rig, which truckers call a tractor, or everybody else calls a truck, has 10 wheels, 2 in front and 8 in back, so he can hitch up to anything, flatbeds, refrigerated vans, a couple of gondolas. In school, they teach you that a gondola is some kind of boat in Italy, but in the U.S., it's a container for hauling loose stuff like carrots. My hand is all worn out from all this writing, but I try to treat Mom and Dad the same, so I'll get to Mom next time. Your pooped reader, Lee Botts. November 23rd. Mr. Henshaw, why should I call you dear when you're the reason I'm stuck with all this work? It wouldn't be fair to leave Mom out, so here's question number 3 continued. Mom works part-time for Catering by Katie, which is run by a real nice lady Mom knew when she was growing up in Taft, California. Katie says all women who grew up in Taft had to be good cooks because they went to so many potluck suppers. Mom and Katie and some other ladies make fancy food for weddings and parties. They also bake cheesecake and apple strudel for restaurants. Mom is a good cook. I just wish she would do it more at home, like the mother in Moose on Toast. Almost every day, Katie gives Mom something good to put in my school lunch. Mom also takes a couple of courses at the community college. She wants to be an LVN, which means a licensed vocational nurse. They help real nurses, except they don't stick needles in people. She's almost always home when I get home from school. Your ex-friend, Lee Botts. November 24th. Mr. Henshaw, here we go again. 4. Where do you live? After the divorce, Mom and I moved from Bakersfield to Pacific Grove, which is on California's Central Coast, about 20 miles from the sugar refinery at Spreckles, where Dad used to haul sugar beets before he went cross-country. Mom said all the time she was growing up in California's Great Central Valley. She longed for a few ocean breezes. Now we've got them. We got a lot of fog, especially in the morning. There aren't any crops around here, just golf courses for rich people. We live in a little house, a really little house. It used to be somebody's summer cottage a long time ago before somebody built a 2-story duplex in front of it. Now it's what they call a garden cottage. It's sort of fallen apart, but it's all we can afford. Mom says at least it keeps the rain off, and it can't be hauled away in a flatbed truck. I have a room of my own, but Mom sleeps on a couch in the living room. She fixed the place up real nice with things from the thrift shop down the street. Next door is a gas station that goes ping, 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 ping every time a car drives in. They turn off the pinger at 10 p.m. Most of the time I'm asleep by then. Mom doesn't want me to hang around the gas station. On our street, besides a thrift shop, there's a pet shop, a sewing machine shop, an electric shop, a couple of junk stores they call antique shops, plus a Taco King and a Softy Freeze. I'm not supposed to hang around those places either. Mom is against hanging around any place. Sometimes when the gas station isn't pinging, I can hear the ocean and the sea lions barking. They sound like dogs. I think a bandit. To be continued, unless we get the TV fixed. Still disgusted, Lee Botts. November 26th. Mr. Henshaw, if our TV was fixed, I'd be looking at Highway Patrol, but it isn't. So here are some more answers from my rotten brain. Ha ha. 5. Do you have any pets? I do not have any pets. My teacher says, always answer questions in complete sentences. When Mom and Dad got divorced and Mom got me, Dad took Bandit because Mom said she couldn't work and look after a dog, and Dad says he likes to take Bandit in his truck because it's easier to stay awake on long hauls if he has him to talk to. I really miss Bandit. But I guess he's happier riding around with Dad. Like the father says in Ways to Amuse a Dog, dogs get pretty bored just laying around the house all day. That is what Bandit would have to do with Mom and me gone so much. Bandit likes to ride. That's how we got him. He just jumped into Dad's cab at a truck stop in Nevada and sat there. He had a red bandana around his neck instead of a collar, so we called him Bandit. Sometimes I'll lie awake at night, listening to the gas station, ping, pinging, and thinking about Dad and Bandit hauling tomatoes or cotton bales on Interstate 5. I'm glad Bandit is there to keep Dad awake. Have you ever seen Interstate 5? It's straight and boring, with nothing much but cotton fields and a big feedlot that you can smell a long way before you come to it. It's so boring that the cattle on the feedlot don't even bother to moo. They just stand there. They don't tell you that part in school when they tell you about California's Great Central Valley. I'm getting writer's cramp from all this writing. I'll get to number 6 next time. Mom says not to worry about the postage, so I can't use that as an excuse for not answering. Pooped writer, Lee Botts.